It was supposed to be the dawn of a new era in workplace productivity. When Microsoft unveiled Copilot, it promised to revolutionize the way we interact with technology. A seamless assistant powered by artificial intelligence, embedded within Microsoft 365 apps like Word, Excel, Teams, and Outlook. The vision was extraordinary. Imagine an AI that drafts flawless emails, summarizes meetings, analyzes complex datasets, and even automates repetitive, time-draining tasks. Copilot was billed as the ultimate time saver, the future of work, and a partner that would allow users to focus on what truly mattered. But that vision collided headfirst with reality. Today, instead of being heralded as a breakthrough, Microsoft Copilot is seen by many as a disappointment, a failure that fell far short of its ambitious goals. What went wrong? To answer that, we have to unpack a story of unfulfilled promises, frustrated users, and some fundamental flaws that Microsoft either overlooked or underestimated. When Microsoft announced Copilot, they didn't just market it as a helpful tool. They pitched it as a transformative force. This wasn't just another feature for Microsoft 365, it was a product that could change the way people worked entirely. Glitzy product demos showcased Copilot creating fully formatted reports in Word, making financial projections in Excel, and even summarizing hours-long meetings in Teams in seconds. It looked almost magical. But behind the glossy demos was an important omission. These carefully crafted scenarios failed to show the tool's actual limitations. The AI in Copilot, while undeniably powerful, was reliant on large language models like GPT-4, which are excellent at generating plausible-sounding outputs, but often lack depth, accuracy, and true understanding of context. Microsoft didn't address this. Instead, they leaned into the hype, creating sky-high expectations that the product simply couldn't meet. The trouble started as soon as Copilot reached real-world users. Early adopters were eager to integrate the AI into their workflows, hoping it would perform as effortlessly as the demos suggested. But what they found was a tool riddled with inconsistencies. In Word, where Copilot was supposed to draft coherent and polished documents, it often produced vague, repetitive, or even nonsensical text. Users found themselves spending more time editing Copilot's outputs than they would have spent writing from scratch. In Excel, it was no better. Copilot misinterpreted datasets, suggested incorrect formulas, and struggled with anything beyond the most basic analysis. Far from simplifying complex tasks, it created new problems. And then there was Teams. Microsoft had promised that Copilot could summarize sprawling conversations and meetings, delivering concise and actionable insights. But the results were hit or miss, with the AI frequently misrepresenting key points or leaving out important details entirely. Users reported that the supposed productivity booster had them double-checking everything it produced, negating any time savings it claimed to offer. For many, the frustration wasn't just about the mistakes. It was about the broken promise. Copilot wasn't making work easier, it was making it harder. The frustration didn't end with Copilot's flawed outputs. Its very design often got in the way of users' workflows. Rather than being seamlessly embedded within Microsoft apps, Copilot frequently felt intrusive, like an over-eager assistant interrupting at the worst possible moments. For example, users reported that Copilot's suggestions often appeared at random, disrupting their focus or cluttering their workspace. Even worse, it didn't always understand the nuances of human language, leading to bizarre misinterpretations of commands. You might ask it to analyze trends over the past quarter, and it would instead deliver a chart that missed key data points or highlight information that wasn't relevant at all. And then there was the issue of speed. Since Copilot relies heavily on cloud processing, users often experienced delays in its responses. Imagine asking it for a quick email draft, only to wait 15 seconds for Copilot to churn out a paragraph that you'd ultimately have to rewrite. For people working under tight deadlines, these delays weren't just annoying, they were unacceptable. For all its flaws, Copilot could perhaps have been forgiven if it were priced as an experimental feature or included as a free addition for Microsoft 365 subscribers. But Microsoft didn't go that route. Instead, they slapped a hefty $30 per user per month price tag on Copilot, claiming it was a premium tool worth paying for. This decision alienated many potential users, especially smaller businesses that couldn't justify the expense. For larger enterprises, the pricing also raised eyebrows. Many organizations found themselves wondering, why pay extra for a feature that wasn't even reliable? Stories began circulating of companies abandoning Copilot entirely after trial periods, deeming it a waste of time and money. The backlash wasn't limited to its price tag. Many questioned why Microsoft seemed to prioritize monetizing Copilot over ensuring that it actually worked well. Was this just a cash grab, rushed out the door to capitalize on the AI boom? Then came the ethical concerns. Copilot processes user input through the cloud, meaning that every command, every draft, every email passes through Microsoft servers. For companies handling sensitive information, be it legal documents, financial data, or personal correspondence, this raised serious privacy questions. Could confidential information inadvertently be exposed or stored in ways users weren't aware of? Microsoft claimed to take data security seriously, but critics argued that the company wasn't transparent enough about how Copilot processed and safeguarded user data. And there's another layer to the problem: intellectual property. Copilot's ability to generate text, charts, and reports relies on its training data, a dataset that inevitably includes material scraped from the internet. What happens if Copilot unknowingly reproduces copyrighted material in its outputs? Who bears responsibility if a business unwittingly uses plagiarized content generated by the AI? These questions remain largely unanswered, adding yet another cloud of doubt over the product. The result of all these issues has been a product that fails to justify its own existence. Instead of redefining productivity, Copilot became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even the most advanced AI tools can fall flat when they're rushed to market without proper testing, refinement, or consideration of user needs. For Microsoft, the stakes couldn't be higher. The company has invested heavily in positioning itself as a leader in AI, but Copilot's failure threatens to undermine that image. Already, competitors like Google and Notion are gaining ground, offering AI tools that, while not perfect, are more reliable, user-friendly, and importantly, cheaper. Microsoft still has an opportunity to turn things around, but it won't be easy. Copilot will need significant improvements to regain users' trust. That means refining its AI capabilities, addressing its usability flaws, and reconsidering its pricing model. Most importantly, Microsoft must stop overpromising and start being honest about what the tool can and cannot do. For now, though, Microsoft Copilot stands as a sobering example of how even the biggest tech companies can stumble when they let hype outpace reality.